Hey guys, welcome back to the Artful Gourmet podcast, where we talk about creativity, mindset, and designing a life and business that truly lights you up. I'm your host, Kristen Hess, and today I want to dive into a question that can completely change the trajectory of your life and career. That question is, what if? Now, most of us hear what if in a negative way. What if I fail? What if they don't like me? What if this doesn't work out? But today we're going to flip that script. I'm going to show you how asking the right kind of what if questions can help you get rid of fear and self doubt, spark change, and open up possibilities for successful business opportunities and fulfilling life experiences. So grab your coffee or maybe a glass of wine. This is going to be a juicy one. So now I'm going to talk about the power of what if. Let's be honest. Fear and self-doubt are sneaky. They creep in when we're about to take a leap, whether that's launching a new business, putting yourself out there online, or even saying yes to something new in your personal life. Most of the time, fear phrases itself as a what if. What if I fail? What if I lose money? What if people laugh at me? What if I'm not good enough? But here's the truth. Those what ifs are just your brain trying to keep you safe. They're not facts, they're just protective stories. So, what if, hear me out, what if instead of asking, what if I fail, you ask, what if I succeed? What if this is the best decision I've ever made? And what if this is the start of something incredible? That one tiny reframe changes everything. So I'll give you a personal example. When I first started my creative business, I had $1 million. What if no one hires me? What if I'm not ready? What if they don't like my work? And honestly, those questions kept me stuck for a little while in the beginning. But the moment I shifted my thinking and started asking, what if people love what I create? What if this leads to opportunities I can't even see yet? That's when things started to move. I booked my first client. And then a few months later, I got 2 major cookbook photo shoots my first year. One was with HarperCollins, and it was a really big deal. And I was featured and published in places I had never imagined in New York City and all over New York State. And then I started getting clients nationally and even started getting clients overseas in London. And my business began to grow slowly but surely, and my confidence grew. And here's the thing, none of that would have happened if I let the fear-based what ifs run the show. So if you're listening and you're an entrepreneur or creative business owner, or maybe just dreaming about becoming one, this mindset shift is crucial. Business success doesn't just come from strategy, it comes from belief. Think about it. Every innovation, every successful company started with a what if question. What if people could share photos instantly online? Hello, Instagram. What if you could order a ride from your phone instead of hailing a cab? Hello, Uber. What if I share my passion with the world, even if it scares me? Well, that's where your story begins. When you lead into possibilities instead of fear, you give yourself permission to explore opportunities you never thought were possible. So this isn't just about business, you guys. It's also about life. Asking yourself, what if I traveled solo to that country I've always dreamed about going to? You might discover new cultures and friendships. You know what? When I decided to pack up all my things, leave Atlanta and my entire life that I knew, to go to Melbourne, Australia for 2 years to study abroad, I didn't know anybody. But you know what? I said, what if? What if I went? What if this was really freaking cool? And what if I got my master's degree? I was able to travel. I was able to get over my divorce. I was able to get a new lease on life. And you know what? I did. I was able to travel. And I was able to meet amazing people, learn so much, get work experience, international, all over Australia, see and experience things I would have never done if I was afraid to go and pack up my things and just go. Another one is, what if I say yes to that creative project? It could unlock talents you didn't even know you had. You know what, you guys? The Artful Gourmet that I had in New York City for 12 years was awesome. But you know what? I did a lot of blogging, which is writing recipes, writing blog posts, taking photos. I did do professional food styling and photography gigs all the time as well. But when I came to San Antonio, worked here for 4 years for another company, another studio, that's great. But I wanted my business back. And now that I've done that, I want this to be bigger and better than it was before. So the new creative project I'm saying yes to is what I'm doing right now. I'm doing podcasts. I started a YouTube channel. And I'm not just talking about cooking and recipes and food. I'm actually planning and doing what I want to do, which is more like creative motivational stuff too. I've been in business 3 times for myself. This is the third time around, 3 times a charm. So, you know what? I feel like I have a lot of valuable lessons to share in business, in life, in photography, in writing, creativity, how to get over challenges and how to move on, how to think positively. That's why I started this channel, the YouTube channel, with In Focus as a whole series on mindset, motivation, creative business, all of that. So saying yes is a good thing because I am actually unlocking talents that I wasn't using before. I was always behind a camera. Now I'm in front of the camera. And I really wanted to use my voice. I actually used to sing too, but I feel like I do have a talent in terms of talking to people, reaching people, and I want to share that with the world. So, lastly, ask yourself, what if I stepped into the unknown instead of staying in my comfort zone? That's where fulfillment really lives. Stepping into the unknown is scary sometimes. And you know what? It's easy to stay comfortable. It's easy to stay in your 9 to 5 job, have your little cushy paycheck, stay in your same hometown, never move away. You know what? Change is hard. Risk is hard. And moving, changing, doing something new is scary. But if you never did it, how are you ever going to know if you could do it? So if you really want that fulfillment, take the step, go into the unknown, try something new. If you fail, so what? Do something else, move on, do it again. Eventually, you'll find what works and you'll be really great at it. So just keep in mind that our comfort zones may feel safe, but they're rarely satisfying. And the most memorable, rewarding, and life changing experiences all happen outside of that. So, next, I want to ask all of you, how do we start shifting our what if from fear based to being possibility driven? Here are 3 practical tools I want to share with you. Number 1, awareness check. The next time you hear yourself say, what if, pause and notice. Am I asking from fear or from possibility? Number 2, flip the script. Take the negative what if and reframe it into a positive. What if I fail now becomes, what if I learn something valuable that leads me to success? And number 3, make small, bold moves. Start with the little what ifs. What if I posted that video today? What if I reach out to that potential client? What if I try that new workout class? Small wins build big confidence. So now I'm going to do something kind of fun and effective. Let's do a quick visualization together. Close your eyes just for a moment, unless you're driving, of course, and think about one thing that you've been afraid to do. Maybe it's launching a new offer. Maybe it's saying yes to a new job opportunity, a new business you want to start, whatever it is. Now, ask yourself, What if it works? What if it turns out even better than I imagined? What if this choice creates freedom, joy, and abundance in my life? What if? Feel that shift? That possibility expanding inside of you? That's the spark that ignites change. So, my challenge for you guys this week is simple. Catch your what ifs. Don't let fear hijack them. Flip them into fuel. Because the truth is, the life and business that you dream of are waiting for you on the other side. Imagine the opportunity, the connections, the experiences that could open up if you simply ask yourself, what if I can? What if it is possible? And what if I just go for it? I promise you, when you start living from that place, everything changes. So thank you guys so much for joining me on today's episode of the Artful Gourmet podcast. If this inspired you in any way, please share it with a friend or someone who needs a reminder to embrace possibility, take the risk, and just go for it. And if you haven't already, please hit subscribe and the bell so you don't miss the next episode. And if you're listening to the podcast version, please subscribe, comment below, share it with a friend as well. Until next time, remember your best life is always just one bold what if away. Have a great day.